Welcome to our deep dive into the cost of constructing the future Phaneroo Cathedral, a groundbreaking project that is said to become a landmark in Uganda. Picture a state-of-the-art cathedral sitting over 50,000 believers, standing as a symbol of faith and community in the heart of Kampala. But how much will it cost to bring this vision to life? Stay tuned, and I'll break it all down for you. Phaneroo Ministries, under the visionary leadership of Apostle Grace Lubega, has experienced tremendous growth over the past decade. Now, it's time for the next big step, a futuristic cathedral that will accommodate over 50,000 worshippers.
So everywhere you see greater, it was a space of 2 months. And we have bigger than this. We have bigger than this. Some of you will discover later. We have been buying. And this is the amazing thing. There was never a day I stood before Phaneroo Ministries to fundraise for land. Not one day. Did I tell you that let's buy land? We never had a meeting.
Now, the biggest question on everybody's mind is, how much land does Phaneroo actually have? How much land did Phaneroo acquire? And I'm going to answer this question for you. To put the construction project and the costs into perspective, let's consider Namboole Stadium. So we're going to use Namboole Stadium as a reference point. Built at a cost of $36 million, Namboole has a seating capacity of about 40,202 people, and it sits on a 128 acres piece of land, complete with all the necessary supporting facilities, and I'm talking about parking space and so on. Keep that in mind as I go back to give you the details of this cost breakdown. Now, Phaneroo's strategic land acquisition ensures that space will not be a limiting factor. As a matter of fact, it is about what the Word of God says. And you know, in Phaneroo, the Word works. So just know that land will not be a limiting factor to the vision of this futuristic cathedral. Now, even though Phaneroo was initially allocated 4 acres in Namboole, we now know that a lot more land will be needed to build a mega structure, to build a mega cathedral that can seat up to 50,000 people. In my previous video, I mentioned 100,000 seating capacity. But after looking at the land requirements, having used Namboole Stadium as a reference and considering the fact that we are doing this in Kampala city, I have brought my estimate to a 50,000 seating capacity cathedral. It's not impossible, but it will be a big challenge. In Kampala, as you know it, you know Kampala, and the cost implications to try and pull off something like this will be astronomical. So I have brought my vision down to 50,000, a 50,000 seating capacity, facility, which can be used to have 2 services. One service in the morning and 1 service in the afternoon. 50,000 people in the morning, 50,000 people in the afternoon. That, I think, will work. Okay? Let's start with what we know about the land. Phaneroo paid 1.2 billion Uganda shillings as premium and 60 million Uganda shillings annual ground rent. And this 60 million Uganda shillings will be paid every year because it's an annual ground rent for the 4 acres of land which was allocated to them by the Uganda Land Commission. That is roughly $320,000 for the land acquisition alone, just the land acquisition. Now, going back to Namboole Stadium as our reference facility, Namboole was built at the cost of $36 million, and it has a seating capacity of 40,202. I actually found 2 figures online. One was saying 45,202 and the other one was saying 40,202. But more than 3 sources were actually quoting the 40,202. That's why I took the 40,202. And Namboole sits on a 128 acres piece of land, complete with all the necessary supporting facilities. I'm assuming a lot of us know Namboole Stadium and have probably been there, and you've seen how big it is. But it only seats 40,000 people, 40,202 people, all right? So to build a facility that will seat 50,000 people means you're adding another 10,000 people to what we already see in Namboole Stadium. So it's not a small facility we are talking about, even if we bring the number down to 50,000, to a 50,000 seating capacity. Now, using Namboole Stadium, which is officially known as Mandela National Stadium, as a reference point, we can estimate that the construction of the Phaneroo Cathedral, which will seat 50,000 people, could cost around $44.75 million, or approximately 170 billion Uganda shillings. However, considering the modern architectural features and advanced technology that will be incorporated, the final cost could reach $50 million or even more. So at this point, we are working within the range of $44.75 million and $55 million. Now, questions were raised about where Phaneroo is going to get this money to develop that land, to build this mega structure, which is why I have to tell you this. Phaneroo has a financial safety net. During the land probe by the Parliament of Uganda, where they were questioning the capacity of Phaneroo to actually develop this land, they were questioning where Phaneroo will get the money, and they were questioning Phaneroo's competence because Phaneroo has never carried out this type of project before. They've never executed this kind of project before. So we can assume that these politicians questioning the source of funding, the source of income for Phaneroo Ministries International simply proves and confirms that they know nothing about spiritual things. They are so carnal, they function only within the physical realm, meaning they only believe what they see with their eyes. And because they can't see the source of income with their eyes or imagine it, they thought they were right to question Phaneroo's ability to develop this property. Apostle Grace appeared before that committee, and he revealed to that committee that Phaneroo holds a promissory note from Equity Bank Uganda of up to $55 million, ensuring that funds are available whenever needed. Meaning, if Phaneroo went to Equity Bank today, they will have $55 million available for them to take and start building this facility, which is well within our budget for constructing this cathedral.
And I got them a letter from the Equity Bank that was sort of a confirmation of our conviction that they were even able to comfort us up to the tune of $55 million if we needed money, anything.
But remember, one of the other issues that was queried was the source of income for Phaneroo.
There was never a day I stood before Phaneroo Ministries to fundraise for land. Not one day. People gave money as they knew that something was happening. We didn't intimate anywhere.
Where does Phaneroo get its money? Where does this funding come from? How will Phaneroo repay that loan? Because Phaneroo isn't a business, it's a non-profit organization. Yet, as Apostle Grace stated before the committee, Phaneroo is blessed with a congregation that gives generously without any solicitation. So their unwavering support makes projects like this cathedral possible. While Namboole Stadium occupies 128 acres, the initial 4 acres allocated to Phaneroo might seem small for such an ambitious project. However, with additional land acquisitions, Phaneroo is ensuring there is ample space for the cathedral and all necessary facilities. Now, to comfortably fit a 50,000-seater cathedral with parking, offices, and other amenities as well as children's facilities, Phaneroo might need anywhere from 50 to 100 acres, similar to the scale of Namboole, but with modern enhancements. In conclusion, the total cost of land, construction, and additional facilities could range from 70 billion to 200 billion Uganda shillings, or $19 million to $55 million. This project will not only be a place of worship, but a testament to the faith and generosity of the Phaneroo congregation. Finally, as we anticipate the rise of this incredible cathedral, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, and like this video to stay updated on the latest developments. Join us on this journey of faith and transformation as we witness the creation of a landmark that will inspire generations. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.